Let me read through these files.
They was eating babies, nigga! Oh. Yes! And cracking them.
Ugh.
Yeah. Rituals. Sacrifices. Pedophilia. The president of the United States of America right now, a pedophile. Oh. Every billionaire, politician, Hollywood superstar, some athletes, pedophile.
Jesus.
A pedophile too. Racism. Hunting poor people for sport.
Sinister.
Bush did do 9/11. Yes. The conspiracy theorists were right. Kanye was right. Alex Jones was right. Ryan Garcia was right.
Oh, dang.
Redacted information. Billionaire elites making the government remove them from the files. Israel, a lot. Donald Trump, a lot. Pedophilia, etc.
Just read the nastiest shit I've ever read. They said Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. The guests were elder men and included Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., and Ivanka Trump.
What the?
Mind you, this is only one thing that happened on this list. And there's... What is it? It was 3 million shit?
3 million files. They deleted that.
And
they forgot that one.
Auction off children. These are the people that are in office.
These niggas, they measured them with their what, bro? Oh my God, bro. No, this is actually like, no, this should be world shattering to everybody. Regardless of whether or not you were prepared for it or you're used to hearing this shit, this should light a fire in you that understands that your government is being ran. If you support this nigga, bro, when it came out, right, when Trump won and niggas was like, oh my, come on guys, we can still be friends, it's just politics. No. If you support this bitch ass nigga after hearing that, I don't support no pedophiles. Gang.
No, trigger warning on the word I'm about to say. It's like, yo, I'm reading this list and the word rape is in every single paragraph. These are rapists. These are pedophiles. These are the scum of the earth that y'all have let into this office.
Multiple times.
And that are leading this country.
If that is not enough for you to stand in opposition to every single goddamn thing that they do, nothing will ever be enough for you.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Trump low-key told us the lukewarm version of that when he was first starting. Grabbed him by the... Yeah. He already told y'all he was doing that shit. We already told you.
We already seen the pictures of him with Epstein in the 90s. Talking about the British royal family in this list. Jesus. Andrew Cuomo's in this list. Holy...
Alright, slapping fannies and killing Grammys.
Guys,
it's almost like the class of people we've been talking about do actually share the same class.
Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, John W. Nicholas, Linda Kitts. Yeah, it's just wild. And they just deleted.
Get all these niggas.
Guys,
get all these niggas. No, get all these niggas. Lock them up.
There's no conversation in defense. They just uploaded it and deleted it because they're like, oh fuck, this might tear it all down.
They were already legally past the deadline. They already were committing a crime, not releasing it when they were
They were stalling for so long to hide that, and they still didn't hide it.
Yeah, get them all gone. Get them all gone.
Alright, Shalom. Kol Holo Yahweh Ba'asum Yahusha Ba'asum Rakach Wadash. The bonds of the apostles, the bonds of the elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth. Much respect to you brothers out there just preaching his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, and the speckled bird. To you I say Shalom. Let's get into this lesson. Right? And this is pretty much the common denominator. What is the common denominator? Right? Of who is in these files, right? The Epstein files. It's Edomites. It's Edomites, or appear to be Edomites. It's Edomites, man. This is the spirit of the Edomites. Yeah, you may have Jake and appear to be Ishmael or Elam within this, but for the majority, it's Edomites. This is the spirit of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This is how they move. This is how they conduct themselves, right? And I'm going to have this brother play the video. Matter of fact, before I get that, let's get some. All right. This is Psalms 37 verse 16. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahusha, upholdeth the righteous. Right? Don't be envious of, matter of fact, we'll get it in a second. Don't be envious of the wicked, how they're prospering, how they're making money, right? Because what they're doing behind the scenes is wickedness. What you got, be thankful for what you have, man, right? Because the roles are going to be reversed. The last shall be first and the first shall be last, right? Just hold on. Keep prophesying. Keep doing the work of the Lord. And we're going to see the arms of the wicked being broken down. It's happening right before our very eyes, right? Esau, Edom is being made bare. He's being exposed, right? Proverbs 3 and verse 31, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, right? His ways is wicked. He's a bati boy, man. He doing wickedness behind the scenes. So much wickedness behind the scenes, man. And then, you know, this is a great example because you do have Jakes, or appear to be Jakes, on the Epstein list, right? In the Epstein files, right? You got Michael Jackson, that's a Jake, right? This goes to show you, you reach to a certain point of fame, right? You start doing some wickedness, right? It's part of the contract. You do some wickedness, man. You got to do some wickedness. You want to make this money, you got to do some wickedness, man. Right? So envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. For the forward is abomination to the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but his secret is with the righteous, right? Keep your integrity. Don't be moving like these Edomites, because at the end of the day, judgment is going to happen unto them. Let's go ahead and play the brother's video. All right, let's go ahead and play this.
So on the screen, we have a picture of all of the people that were mentioned in the Epstein files. Well, a majority of them. And I'm also going to read off a few names, okay? Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Prince Andrew, Tony Blair, Mohammed bin Salman, John Kerry, Ted Kennedy, Robert Kennedy Jr., Michael Bloomberg, Alan Dershowitz, I'm sorry, don't know that name, Noam Chomsky, Ghislaine Maxwell, Andrew Cuomo, Larry Summers, Ed Barak, Les Wexner, Leon Black, Jean-Luc Brunel, Peter Mandelson, Lynn Rothschild, Abdullah bin Zayed, Saad Hariri, I am butchering these names, Miguel Angel Moratinos, Woody Allen, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Mick Jagger. I've been sitting on this video for a minute. I wanted to see if anyone was going to point out the obvious.
And Slakia, fair use. Let me fast forward this just a little bit. Meant to do this earlier. Fair use, fair use.
The majority of the people on this list are white men. Can you imagine what it would be like if majority of those people were black? I mean, black fatigue would be trending again. This is the hypocrisy that I talk about, and this is why I make the videos I make. Whenever a white person, shoots up a school,
we're in the hands of a hypocritical nation, man. But that's okay. We just read, the arms of the wicked shall be broken, right? And we're seeing their power structure, their kingdom, crumbling right before our very eyes, man.
They are quick to put them in a subgroup. It's never that they're white. It's now, oh, they on the right, they on the left, they're liberal, they're conservative. And the same thing just happened again. It's not a race thing. It's more of a class thing now. Oh, we need to do something about the rich. Oh, we need to do something about the elites. No, we need to do something about white men. Just look it back, y'all. The whole black fatigue trend started because I really want to say Carnival Cruise. A lot of people were mad that black people were having fun. So that ended up turning into hate. But now we have a situation like this where...
You see, it's not to glorify it, but Jake be having fun in this kingdom. And we're still down. This man done had a 500-year head start. And look at his people. Right? Look at his people. Got a whole bunch of his people out here begging, doing bad, 2 times losing, man, out here. So when they see Jake out here having fun, Jake out here making money, like I said, I'm not glorifying it, right? Because this ain't our rest, this ain't our kingdom. Doing better than Esau Edom. You know, they hate to see that.
Sick ass white men, white women, whatever, are on the island doing shit to little children, other white children at that. Why aren't white men held accountable? Why isn't the actions of these few people on this island responsible for the whole race? Because when it's flipped around, that's how it's done for black people. And it's just so funny because when I point these things out, folks call me racist. They say I'm this, they say I'm that, but I just do the same thing they do. You know the crazy thing, bro? All of this is going to get swept under the rug. In a few months, everyone's gonna forget about this.
And that's why we do our lessons, do our videos, go out there in the highways and byways. We don't care what you call us, man, right? We're going to stand on business for the name of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Shai, and we're going to prophesy, man, right? And really, when you break down the word racist, it really means to be for your people, right? That's what it really means, right? But Esau Edom with his new speak, always changing up words and definitions, right? That's just how he moves. But these people have a perpetual hatred. And they show it, right? That Jake fatigue. They're tired of Jake. All right. Hey, we tired of you. Under the reign and your rulership, as you read in Sirach 10, right? Matter of fact, we'll go ahead and get that. Let me get that real quick. All right. Sirach 10. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Right? So if the righteous is in rulership, the people are going to be righteous. If the wicked is in rulership, the people are going to be wicked. They're going to conduct themselves as such, as we read verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that's coming. One that is profitable. Our big brother Yahushua is coming with a host of angels. Right? The 144 is going to be lifted up. It's going to be given that power. King David's going to be on his seat as well, right? And this kingdom is going to be reigned with a rod of iron and in righteousness.
Do something stupid and it's gonna stand for the whole race of black fatigue gonna be trending again. I'm telling you. The same thing with the whole Nick Fuentes and Clavicular when they all got together singing the Hail Hitler song. Did y'all see how fast them folks punished them? I mean, they got kicked out of every club. They was hopping online apologizing because when you disrespect a lot of these other groups, there are consequences. You will be punished. But when you disrespect black people, oh, it ain't nothing. Okay, y'all on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's what I just be saying, man. As black people, we got to return the same type of energy. The same way they, you know what I'm saying, keep everything in house. They don't.
Let's see. I'm going to fast forward this. I'm going to get to where appear to be Edomite speaking, right? She could be a Jake. I'm gonna have her speak.
You would never treat white people the way that white people collectively treated black people during slavery. Slavery wasn't black people being forced to work a job they didn't care about. It was people being forced to work until their muscles would fall off of their bones. Black people would be tortured for just funsies. They'd be medically experimented on with no kind of anesthesia. You know how throughout the South, even today, it seems like every other pastor and peepaw is touching on kids? Well, that is a cultural stay from when white people used to own black children. Do y'all honestly think that a master is going to wait until a slave turned 18 in order to assault them? It's better to break them in when they're young. But if it was really that bad, why weren't there more slave rebellions? There were slave rebellions throughout the South, constantly. The only reason why you only know about Nat Turner is so that way everybody can point and be like, oh my gosh, look at him, he's so crazy. He started killing these white people because he thought he had messages from God. Even after slavery ended, whenever a black person would be lynched. Oh yeah, hold on,
let me tell y'all a fun fact about Nat Turner. When they caught that brother, man, they believed that he had powers. Like, they thought this nigga was godly. We all godly, but they thought he was really divine.
Hey, the scriptures say it. Hey, maybe the brother been watching. Maybe. All right? You are gods, but ye shall die like men, just roughly paraphrasing the scripture, right?
So when they caught him, you know, after lynching and killing him.
And we gonna get that God-like power again, right? But this time it's gonna be more. And we're not gonna sin, right? And we're gonna reign and rule over the nations.
Cut him up and ate him. because they thought that eating him would give them the powers that he had.
See the depravity of the Edomites, right? This is the common denominator. The Edomites.
You know, and like I said, they used to eat us all the time, had cookbooks and all that type of shit. But Nat Turner was different because that brother was moving. You know, that moved. He was like the Django, I think. You know, so they ate him, thought that shit would get him powers. Yeah.
A lot of times, the white people who did it would literally sever off some of their body parts and keep them as mementos. Black people would be skinned, and then their skin would be turned into human leather, so that way it could be used for leather.
You see how much Esau Edom has to pay for? This man has to pay for a lot. Let's go ahead and get some scriptures, right? Let's see, Proverbs 24 and verse 19. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious of the wicked. See how they're prospering, how so-called well that they're doing, right? Don't be envious of them. Verse 20, for there shall be no reward to the evil men. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. They have a lot that they have to pay for. A lot of wickedness. And they have the nerve. Well, it's their kingdom. They're taking down a lot of Jake's history, a lot of what Jake went through, you know, even so-called accolades that Jake has made towards his kingdom. You know, they're taking it away. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that you have gone through slavery, man. But hey, the scriptures say her sins has reached up into heaven. The Lord has remembered her sins. Just roughly paraphrasing. So no matter how much they try to get rid of our history, just wipe it away, you know, defund it. You just showing your wickedness. You just showing your hand that you're the wicked that the Bible speaks of. You are the Edomite. And it's okay. Right? As the scriptures say, the Lord is going to give them tribulation to those that trouble you. Right? Just roughly paraphrasing the scripture. It's coming. All right? It is coming. You can't run from it, Esau, Edom. No matter how much you try to wipe it away, all the wickedness that you have done towards our people, man. Proverbs 10 and verse 24, the fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. Hey, Yahweh, right desire we of them, of those men, man. Well, where we will be able to see the destruction of our enemies. Psalms 37 verse 28, for the Lord Yahweh Bashmiel Shai loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. Right? And that's coming. Right now they're being exposed. Right? And this is some, you know, a great times, man. Let's go back to this and we'll probably go ahead and close out.
It's like coin purses or the binding of a book or a bag. There is not a single thing in those files that has not been done to black people before. The problem isn't that elites are doing those kinds of things. The problem is, bro, I thought us white people, I thought we were in this together. I thought we were a team, man. So keep in mind, as above, so below. The elites told non-elite white people, hey, here's a group of people who we deem as worthless and y'all can torture them and do whatever the hell you want with them. And they'll have like little to no recourse whatsoever. And white people collectively, we were like, cool. The trade-off is that the elites also got their own group of people that they could do whatever the hell they wanted to with little to no recourse. The problem is that group of people was you and me. It was pretty much anyone who wasn't part of the elite. White people collectively made a deal.
They call each other, you know, if you ain't of the elite, they call them white trash. And matter of fact, look at Amalek. Amalek has hoarded the majority of the blessing, right? You got a lot of them that don't have to work. They're getting paid just to chill. Have babies, have families, chill out, right? And they come over here to Babylon the Great and they balling on the budget, man. Got their jewelry stores, their businesses, and, you know, all that types of stuff, man. The scriptures is clear, right? Matter of fact, we'll get it, right? 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, right? Scriptures is clear, right? We can really go up a little bit. But anyways, get to the point. 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? These are the times that we living in, man. Right? This is showing you a clear distinction. It will say Jacob is at the end. Jacob will be at the bottom. At the end, Esau will be at the top. Right? This is how we can tell what time period we're in. Right? Esau Edom is at the top. So what that mean? We got next. This man is about to be taken down. Right? His kingdom is about to be brought down low. His mountains are about to be destroyed and crumbled. Let's go back to this.
With the devil, here's this group of people that you can violate and brutalize to your heart's content, and in exchange, we get your humanity. That's why white people are miserable and constantly in black people's business. That's why for pretty much at least the past 100 years, any kind of cultural artifact that's really stayed and stood the test of time has been from black people, often just with a white face on it. And that's why, by and large, white people were so disturbed whenever Renee Good was murdered, because we've seen that hundreds of times before, but that's supposed to happen to black people, literally, not to us. And a lot of white people are acting so disturbed because now they're killing our neighbors, but you didn't particularly care whenever your neighbors were.
And now the curses are being poured upon Esau, Edom, and they're feeling it. They're feeling it.
Dying during the Black Lives Matter movement, now did you? But in the past couple of months, now a lot of white people are waking up to a really obvious reality, and that is black history has always been white America's future. For the past couple of months, white people are being...
All right, we just read it. We just read it, right? Esau, Edom. We'll read it again, right? We'll read it again. For Esau's the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And this is what's coming to Esau, Edom. He's about to feel that pain, right?
Forced to wake up to the obvious truth that there is no kind of solidarity or allegiance of whiteness across class lines. It's always been all of us are cattle to them. Like that's it. But all of this is why I wasn't surprised at all when in the new batch of files that were just released, there was like an email or something where somebody said that they didn't want any of the children they were planning on doing things with to be black, because duh, any white person could violate a black person and get away with it. That's just the way the world is. But to do all of the things that we did to black people onto other white people, that's power. Brutalizing black people just doesn't really fuel the ego for them in the way that hurting white people does. These people aren't in some way attracted to their victims. That's never the case with sexual assault. These people get off on the kind of power and rush they feel.
They're wicked, man. They following after the ways, that's why you go into Babylon. Break down the word Babel, confusion. This is an amalgamation of all the kingdoms in the past, and especially following after the ways of the Hamites, man. The Hamites were the first devils, man. All right, they was all in that witchcraft, all in being bati boys, doing all types of wickedness, man. And Esau, Edom is in the same footsteps, man. So hey. Kolo Yahweh, we're at the end of this thing, man. This man is being exposed. I'm gonna end it right there. Yahweh desires an edifying lesson. Shalom.